Reaction has been pouring in across the globe for the late former U.S. president. Georgia residents as well as leaders are sharing memories and kind words about Jimmy Carter. Let's take a look.
And the fact that this man made such a name for himself and did so many amazing things in the world, like I said, I told my kids, doesn't matter where you come from, you can be president, you can do anything you want.
You could agree with him 100% on politics, but if you weren't a good person, he really didn't have much use for you.
Georgia residents in Plains reflected on the life and legacy of former President Jimmy Carter.
He was a humanitarian. He was a human rights advocate. He was one of the first to turn his back on dictators who were not supporting human rights. He believed strongly in human dignity. He made sure at the Carter Center that we didn't only focus on the highest levels of government, but also the individuals who are most impacted.
The CEO of Habitat for Humanity saying Carter really put the organization on the map.
They directly helped over 4,000 families have new or improved homes through those Carter work projects every year. But his example inspired millions. And I think the good news is that example continues. And I think so many people who've been inspired by President Carter, we hope will continue the work.
Yesterday, U.S. President Joe Biden, who proclaimed January 9th will be a national day of mourning for Carter, said he and Jill lost a dear friend.
The entire Carter family, on behalf of the world, the whole nation, we send our whole heartfelt sympathies and gratitude. Our gratitude for sharing President Carter with us for so many years. You know, Jimmy Carter stands as a model of what it means to live a life of meaning and purpose.
Former U.S. President Barack Obama posted on X saying he taught all of us what it means to live a life of grace, dignity, justice, and service. Michelle and I send our thoughts and prayers to the Carter family and everyone who loved and learned from this remarkable man. Meanwhile, President-elect Donald Trump took to Truth Social, writing, "The challenges Jimmy faced as a president came at a pivotal time for our country, and he did everything in his power to improve the lives of all Americans. For that, we all owe him a debt of gratitude." Prime Minister Justin Trudeau remembers him as a kind and thoughtful person who was generous with his advice about public service. Other leaders around the world, including the Pope, expressed their condolences. The Chancellor of Germany said the world has lost a great mediator for peace in the Middle East and for human rights.
In terms of his time in office, I think his best moment is probably the Camp David Accords, setting the stage for peace between Israel and Egypt, which has lasted to this day.
The British PM said he pays tribute to Carter's decades of selfless public service.
中方对美国前总统吉米·卡特逝世表示深切哀悼。
A spokesperson for the Chinese Foreign Ministry saying Carter was the driving force behind the establishment of diplomatic relations between China and the United States. Today, the New York Stock Exchange and the UN Security Council held a moment of silence for Carter.
I am so in awe of him. I'm in awe of his presidency because he was the one who fought for the environment, civil rights, but afterwards his books that he wrote, especially on the Mideast, were tremendous. I get chills when I think about the Camp David Agreement.
The Carter family's official online condolence book has been launched. The site also has the former president's official biography, photos, and videos.